Hello everyone, welcome to the final lecture of Winter School of Solana. Today we'll be talking about graduation. So let's recap who graduates from Winter School of Solana. So our requirements were at least 4 times successful lecture questionnaire submission, and at the end of our Winter School of Solana, it's also a submission of the final task. The final task was a deployment of your own actual Solana decentralized application from start to finish, meaning you had to write your own Anchor program and then create an accompanying front end for your application so other users can check out your app. All of your submissions were manually graded. That means we have visited your link, check out your GitHub repo, and review how your application works, if your application is deployed, and we also graded your creativity as a developer because there were some of a really interesting task submission that we really enjoyed. So some of you might ask, what is the price for actually graduating from Winter School of Solana? We have prepared a Solana certification. Solana certification is exclusive for Winter School of Solana, and Winter School of Solana is supported directly by Solana Foundation. You can use your certification as part of your CV or as part of your LinkedIn profile. And if you're looking for a job in the industry, use your certification as a proof of knowledge about fundamentals of Solana blockchain and Anchor program development. You will get your certification as an NFT. That means it will be a collectible in your wallet. This collectible will be frozen, so you don't have an opportunity to sell it to somebody else because it will be tied to your wallet, and it will also contain your username as part of the metadata. If you are around Prague or looking for a job, please come around to our office to secure some Aki blockchain swag, and don't forget to apply for the job at Aki blockchain. If you're not from Czech Republic, no worries. Most of our positions or job are hybrid or fully remote. Solana and Web3 in general is an ecosystem full of amazing opportunities. To talk about these opportunities, we have invited Chase Barker, who's a head of developer ecosystem at Solana Foundation. Chase will tell you something about what should be your next step about receiving your badge from this course. We have seen so many talented developers in this course, and we are excited and hopeful that some of you will join Solana or different protocols that are running on Solana full-time or start your own project in this ecosystem.
Hey everybody, it's Chase, head of developer ecosystem here at Solana Foundation. I really just wanted to say congratulations to everybody who participated and everybody who completed their projects at Aki blockchain winter school. This is just sort of incredible for us. This is the second one. Hopefully we're going to continue going on. I wanted to talk a little bit about the opportunities in the ecosystem, and just a little briefly about like how getting a job in Web3 is different than it is in Web 2. Like in Web 2, you send a LinkedIn resume and you go into a giant stack and somebody reviews them and you may or may not hear back from them. Web3 is quite a bit different. In Web3, persistence is pretty key. One thing to sort of like note is, and I'll tell a little story of how I got my job here at Solana Foundation, is that in the early days, they were hiring for a developer relations person. And I actually just started DMing Raj Gokal, the co-founder of the company, every day for a week until he finally ended up giving me a job. I did have the skill sets, but I was very persistent about it. Web3 sort of just gives you the ability to reach out directly to projects. So that's the beginning part. Persistence is just key. Like you have to put yourself out there. Another thing not everybody's going to be super comfortable with is that importance of social media and Twitter in this space is really, really important. For example, projects create Twitter accounts, individuals create Twitter accounts. And when you're doing that, building in public, sharing your open source code, sharing your projects, building useful things, just so that other people start to see you active and what you've been up to. A lot of this sometimes leads directly to jobs. Like, let's say you decide you want to build some cool tool in Solana. Somebody sees that, they reach out to you, and then the next thing you know, they ask you to work for the protocol. Another opportunity is, or not an opportunity, but another thing about the difference in Web 2 is that just doing, if you find a project that you like on Solana that's fully open source, you can go directly to their GitHub issues, create some PRs, and just knock out some code. And you can get hired in this space directly out of GitHub. It's pretty crazy. I've seen this happen. If you're familiar with Anchorlang and XNFTs and Coral and Backpack, Armani recently told a story about how he saw this person come into his GitHub and they just kept constantly contributing code. And then the next thing you know, that person was hired and working full-time in the ecosystem for them, which was pretty life-changing for this person. Project-specific Discords, again, I know this is not the norm, but like if you find a project that you really like, join their Discord, start helping out, start answering questions, start contributing code. And just like this really sort of just raises your sort of profile in these projects and in the ecosystem in general. And this really gives you a better chance of getting a role. So what are the big opportunities, or what are the main opportunities in the Solana ecosystem? Number one are full-time roles. You can find full-time roles on jobs.solana.com or earn.superteam.fun. Superteam, I'll get into a little bit later, but these are the two main spots where you can find current existing roles. Not everybody has them posted here, so you could definitely find them on protocol-specific websites. So just try to be active, look around, and start checking in the sites that I just mentioned and see what the opportunities are. Our global hackathons are really one of the biggest opportunities in the entire space for starting a company. Not everybody wants to start a company, but you can still join teams in these hackathons. We just completed Grizzlython. I think there was 10,000 individual registrations, 815 plus teams submitted, and 35 to 40 of those are winners. And those 35 to 40 winners are now going to get opportunities to connect with VCs and raise funds. Over the last 2 years, $600 million has been raised from projects coming out of our global hackathons. We do these 2 or 3 times a year. There'll probably be one in the next 3 to 4 months. So if you're really interested in Solana, not necessarily ready to dive in full-time yet, just be thinking about a project that solves a problem or a business that you might create on Solana and just start building that out. And because once these hackathons go live and you get a chance to submit, the visibility that you get in the sort of VC space is major. Maybe you're not a founder, maybe you don't necessarily want to start your own company, but maybe you have somebody who really wants to found a business who just needs a developer, and you can form teams together and get submitted to these global hackathons. Another big opportunity is grants. So we have solana.org/grants. These are not for businesses or products that are gonna like actually make money. We offer grants. We're constantly reviewing grants for things like open source code, reference implementations, public goods, tooling, education. So if you want to submit a grant request to the Solana Foundation to build something, maybe you have this really amazing tool that's going to be a massive benefit to the Solana ecosystem. There's no reason to not submit that grant to the website. So give it a shot. We also offer bounties. So I mentioned earn.superteam.fun. They have Instagrants and micro bounties. And like, let's say you just want to sort of get your feet wet and just test out the waters a little bit. Go check out the list of grants. There's all kinds of opportunities to do small little pieces of code, contribute to different projects, and just knock out a bounty really quickly and get paid like very, very quickly. So, and then internships. This is something we haven't really fully got into yet, but there is a lot of interest in the ecosystem around potentially taking on internship or interns, sometimes paid interns, sometimes not. It really just depends on the protocol. But getting an internship and really grinding. I think one example would be, if you're not familiar, look up Helios. They have a hacker program where you join and you get all kinds of perks. But what this does is this builds up your experience level and has potentially the ability to take you to that next level, to a place where you'll be able to get a job. I also want to mention WBA, which is Web3 Builders Alliance. These guys are sort of like an after program. Like once you've graduated from a boot camp or a school like Aki, Web3 Builders Alliance will actually take you into there, take you really deep into the tech and teach you how to build products. And then at the end of that, they formulate capstone projects. And more recently, for this hackathon, they took in 35 people and produced 5 teams, 5 projects. And 4 of those, I believe, were actually shortlisted into some of the top projects in Grizzlython. So if you want to take your skills to the next level, there's opportunities there. Maybe you come out of Aki and you're like not quite ready yet. So WBA would be a really good fit for you. And what are some other important things to note? So if you're not familiar, like we do hacker houses around the world. These are opportunities to go network, meet people in the ecosystem. You can go to solana.com/events and check out where they are around the world. Teams form at these things, projects form. It's a good opportunity to get in front of different types of people and really get embedded into the Solana ecosystem. So this is another good opportunity. Or we also have global super teams. These are sort of like miniature Solana foundations around the world. Right now we have Super Team India, Super Team Germany, Super Team Vietnam, Super Team Turkey, and Super Team Mexico that offers tons of regionally based opportunities for developers, and not just developers, designers, product people, and all kinds of different things. So do a little bit of research. You can go to, I believe it's just superteam.fun to learn a little bit more. They have something called proof of work, where if you actually do a bounty or do a piece of work, then you can actually get brought onto these teams, and then the opportunities within that are endless. And one final thing I just wanted to note. So we have Solana Mobile. If you didn't know this, Solana is building a phone. And it's going to allow developers to build mobile crypto native apps without the restrictions of Apple and Android and the 30% fees and all the things that get you denied from trying to get your app in the marketplace. So mobile is going to be the next big wave in crypto. It's been sort of gatekept by those large companies with their monopolies and how they actually operate. So things are going to be changing very soon. Well, that's about it. Congratulations to everybody here, and looking forward to seeing you in the ecosystem. So thanks, guys.
So let's also talk about different job opportunities directly at Aki blockchain. If you're finished with Winter School of Solana, your doors are open for applying for a job at Aki. One of our positions suitable for you as a graduate is Auditor Trainee. If you're interested in security in Solana programs, we are always searching for great trainees for our auditor program at Aki blockchain. Some of you might already know that Aki is focused on blockchain security. So we host weekly tech meetings, and we will let you shadow a real audits. Being a skilled auditor in blockchain ecosystem is a great paid job and great way to kickstart your new career. You can either work hybrid, directly from Prague, or completely remote for at least 20 hours per week. Another great job opportunity is a turnstile developer. Some of you might know that we provide an open source testing framework for Solana called Turnstile, or Trdelnik in Czech. We are searching for a more skilled Rust developer as a part-time or fully remote job, or as part of your diploma thesis or PhD research. Since security is a fundamental part of blockchain development, developing and testing framework is a perfect way to broaden your horizon as a developer and kickstart your career in Web3 and blockchain. We've seen a ton of very talented developers in our course this year. So we are very hopeful that some of you will reach out to us or at different projects in ecosystem, and we are extremely thankful for you to being part of this school. If you're interested in any opportunities that are provided by Aki Blockchain, please contact Joseph, our CEO, at Discord or at Telegram, or shoot us an email at hello@akiblockchain.com. So let's talk a little bit about our graduates and stats for this year's installment of Winter School of Solana. So we had about 141 applicants that were selected and accepted for this year's students and were invited to our Discord. Winter School of Solana consisted of 6 different lectures with 6 after lecture tasks and 1 final task at the end. Out of 141 applicants, 41 attended at least 4 lectures and 35 students submitted the final task assignment. Out of 35 students, 31 students successfully completed the Winter School of Solana 2023. Let's share some details about the graduation NFT or the certification NFT and the media pack that we'll be offering to our graduates. The media pack will allow you to kind of boast your NFT all around the social media. So I've already mentioned that our certification will be in form of NFT. We will send you this NFT to the wallet you have entered during the sign-up process. This will take up to 5 to 7 days, but if you don't receive it, let us know. Also, if you want to change the receiving wallet, ping us on Discord. We'll also enable you to add a LinkedIn certification to your LinkedIn profile. We will share you a LinkedIn certification link in Discord to all of our graduates, and you will be able to add this certification to your LinkedIn profile using just one click. Outside of LinkedIn, please also share your experience with Winter School of Solana on Twitter. Don't forget to tag Aki Blockchain and follow us for more information what we're up to and for more job offers in the future. We have also prepared a bonus lecture for all of you. The bonus lecture will air next week and it will be about creating on-chain games using Anchor and Unity game engine. The lecture will be led by Jonas from Solana Foundation. Jonas is an experienced game developer that recently migrated into a Web3. Jonas will show you how you can create a simple Anchor program as a game or on-chain game, and then how you can interact with this Anchor program using Unity SDK to construct a fully functioning game that is working completely on-chain. So if you're interested in gaming or on how Web3 games work, do not hesitate to tune in next week to learn more about on-chain games on Solana. So now you know everything about how to land a job in Web3. But before we wrap everything up, let's show and showcase some of the final tasks that were submitted by our graduates. None of these submissions are in any particular order. All of them are graded the same. I'm just showcasing some of them that are readily available and showing up to members of our community. So the first one that we have here is D21, which is an election method. So using this application, we can create different elections. We can add subject for different recipients to vote on. We can add voters to these elections. And then after we add these subjects, we can vote positively or negatively. This is a pretty cool use of blockchain. I'm happy that somebody submitted the D21. So I'm glad that I'm seeing this. Another great one, we have another voting app. This is pretty similar to a previous example with a little bit of different interface. Another great app is a professional certification. Somebody submitted a certification process on blockchain. This is pretty cool. So after you connect your Solana wallet, you can manage certification. That means you can add different virtual certifications that are stored in blockchain. And then you can manage professionals. This is pretty cool. Another great use of blockchain. So I'm happy that I'm seeing stuff like this. We have a multi-sig wallet. This is a great submission. Essentially, this will enable us to create a multi-sig wallet that requires multiple proposal to actually execute the transaction. So this is a great submission. I'm happy, and good job for to whoever submitted this. We have a wallet application, also a great one. This one is my favorite, called Memories. I'm glad that somebody actually used their own UI or created their own front end from scratch. So this application enables you to store memories on chain. This is a pretty cool and funny use case of blockchain. So we can type something out and then store it in our account. And essentially it will be stored on blockchain forever. So good job. I'm glad that somebody come up with their own custom front end. Another a really cool app. I like the creativity here. So this is like a pet application. This essentially enable you to create a pet on chain, and then you can fetch these pets. You can feed them, or essentially check their happiness, check where they've been last time fed. So this is a pretty cool use case of our implementation of the bank, just wrapped in more funny code. So this is I'm nice that you guys are showing that's nice that you guys are showing creativity. I'm excited about that. Good job. We have another notes app. This is pretty similar to the memories app. Essentially lets you store notes on chain, so that's pretty cool. We have a great submission that is a Discord verification. So verifies a Discord username attached to a Solana wallet. This one was submitted by Andy. If you guys are interested in more Solana tutorials or great Solana content on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to Loop Creative Andy. Andy is a professional in the ecosystem. He does a ton of great educational work for Solana community. So if you are into that, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Great submission, perfect one. We have a Game of Life on Solana. This is pretty much an implementation of Game of Life on chain. Amazing stuff. Sadly, I can't demo it for you because I have some issues with the application, but I have verified the GitHub repo and it looks pretty good. We have a crowdfunding application. So we had many crowdfunding based applications submitted. So this is pretty much pretty similar to what we have implemented in the previous lessons. We have a decentralized block. This is a great submission, custom UI, written from scratch, I assume. So this is a good one. You can connect your wallet, initialize your user account, and post to your block. So I'm happy that I see this. This is a cool use case of how decentralized social applications can work on Solana. Here's another crowdfunding app, pretty cool one. You can create different campaigns, custom UI based on Solana scaffold, but looks pretty cool. This is something pretty similar to our banking app. So you can create a campaign name, description, campaign goal, and the duration, which is nice addition to our previous sample. And yeah, after that you can pledge and withdraw from these campaigns. So yeah, as you can see, ton of cool stuff. I'm happy that so many of you submitted your apps, so many of you showed the creativity, and keep up the good work, guys. So thank you guys. This is it for this year of Winter School of Solana. I'm extremely thankful for all of you that signed up for our course, actually attended the lectures, submitted the task, and submitted a great final task, because I'm really excited that so many of you submitted the final task, showed the creativity and an incentive to create something new. Um, I hope that it was a great introduction for you to the Solana ecosystem, and I sincerely hope that all of you will land a job that you want, or transition into a Web3 industry, because it is a great industry and it is a great path forward to you. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for being a great student, and I hope that we will see each other soon or in the future in Solana ecosystem.